Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Eric Bellinger. Check out my interview right here on Amarudontv, the industry stakeholders. Peace.
When will we start seeing you really pushing the
yeah, I'm actually starting to push that this year. I put out some mixtapes, but just kind of just for the love of it, you know, just put out music, gaining fans, and now it's like, okay, cool, we're ready to, my team, we're just ready to put it out globally and really get a good push, go radio, get some solid features, and just go full time. I'm starting to take label meetings now, so those are going really well. So I get to sit back and, you know, see which home is best for me.
When you're in a label meeting, what are the kind of things that they say to you?
You know, just interview, just to see if you have what it takes, you know, to be a star, to be, you know, worth them, you know, investing their money behind you, and see if you have the material. That's really what, mostly it's the material. If you have a song that's a hit song, they'll either say, that's it, let's put it out, or that's a great song, we want it for our artist.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, luckily they've been like, yo, we love these songs, and you know, if you're good with you know, your speaking, if you had, you know, maybe some media training, or if you could perform, or if you can actually sing live, or if you have a cool little style, or if you have, you know, a team backing you, all those make a difference, as opposed to just you know, someone that has a good song and just is dull, you know what I mean? So you have to have energy, and
it's a lot to be an artist today. It's very demanding.
It's a lot. There's like the same thing with the songwriter. Like, anyone can be an artist too, you know? So many people are like, oh, I recorded my own song, shot my own video. Camera, you can buy camera. I'm sure that there's a lot of video, you know, directors out there like, yo, I went to school for this. I graduated college for this. I paid all that money. This guy just went to, you know, wherever and bought his camera and threw it up on YouTube, and it's like, that's the world we living in. So you really have to make sure that you're doing something to make sure you stay ahead of the pack, you know what I mean? To sound different and to look different, and your cuts and edits have to be different. You have to really do a lot to make sure that what you're doing is potent.
And also it seems like now that artists have to be more interactive on social media as opposed to actually being an artist.
Exactly.
You know, like, people want to know where you are, what you're wearing, Instagram. Do you feel some of these things can take away from the actual art form because you have to give away extra things now today?
I don't think so. I think it's just there's more duties. You know, there's more duties as an artist. Like, back in the day, there was no Twitter, there was no Facebook, there was none of that. So really, the only thing they had to do was make the music in the studio and go perform it, and that's it. Nowadays, you know, people want to know all of that. They're gonna be looking at media takeout. They're gonna be looking at, you know, all the different avenues they can, because they wanna get to know you, and you know, they want to be you. They want to, you know, people that are Rihanna fans or people that are Usher fans, they want to make sure they, oh, I know where Rihanna is right now in the world, or I know what she wore today, and it's like they feel more connected to you, and I think a little bit more, not necessarily obligated, but they feel a little more dedicated to want to buy your music, you know, gain a relationship with you.
With that being said, are you prepared for that type of energy to come your way? Where
definitely, yeah, because that's, like I said, that's what I was doing first, you know, so I really look forward to getting out on stage and signing autographs, all that different type of stuff. That's my love, you know.
But then is it then difficult? Well, how is it then not being able to perform a lot of the material
that I've been doing?
That you write?
It's weird, because a lot of the times there's songs that I want for myself, you know, like, oh, I want to keep that song, and then they're like, yo, but we'll give you this for it, and we'll make it a single, and I'm like, fine, go ahead, you know. But it's tough sometimes to see it, you know. You're happy, but at the same time you're like, man, that could be me, you know, I could be doing that. And I don't know, I think you just have to just be happy that, you know, the song is out and the song is on a good artist. And it's crazy because sometimes I'll see people like Tank or Neo. I've seen them, I went to their shows and saw them performing the songs that they wrote for other people. You know, like, you can work it in your show. You know, like Tank one time was like, you know, came out of one of his songs and was like, yo, I don't know if you guys heard this song, but I'm gonna sing you a little song that I wrote for such and such and such. And, you know, Neo's like, yeah, I wrote this song called Let Me Love You, and for Mario, you know, and he'll perform it too. And at the end of the day, you'll still get your same gratification, you know what I mean, as you're performing it, because people love to see that type of stuff, you know, where the source is and where the song actually came from. So it's a gift, you know, it's a good thing.
What lessons have you learned being on the business end of the music industry, like, because it's just everyone, like, there's no real manual on what you feel that you've learned.
I think that it's business before anything. That's it.
It's not friendship. It's not.
Nah. I think it gets to that, you know, sometimes, rarely, but a lot of people are really in this just for, you know, for money, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's like, if I'm like, yo man, they're just using me to write a song for them, but at the same time it's like, but I'm using them to get the track to write too, you know, so everyone's winning, you know what I mean, but it's really like, people are like, yo, business first. So definitely you want to have friendships if possible, but at the end of the day, you have to make sure that your business mind sense is always first. You know?
That would mean then you probably make sure you have the right lawyers.
Exactly. You all that has to be right. I've been in so many different situations to where it's like, but I thought you were my friend, and you know, why'd you do this? And like, oh man, like.
Can you not making it like personal, but can you explain that kind of paradigm of thinking where we're friends, but this ain't how it's supposed to be in business? You know, sometimes there's people get taken advantage of.
Maybe, I don't know, to me, like, for example, if I'll do a song, I'll say, hey, I want to keep that for my project. And then they're like, okay, cool. And then someone says, hey, yo, I'm going to buy that song. And then they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'm like, hey, so what happened? You know, they're like, oh, well, they were offering some money. I'm like, oh, but that was my song. Like, oh, man, I had to let it go.
But then how would they have the right to sell your song?
Well, it's weird, because it's like they can sell the beat.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like, at the same time you could say, well, no, I don't want to, but you don't really want, once they've already started that, you don't really want to mess up the relationship and say,
this is it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to let certain things go just for the continued working relationship.
Exactly. So you have to just make sure to stay in, you know, good praises with everyone.